Hey, you guys, how's everybody doing? Guys, this is more of a spontaneous live. I didn't think I would get back in time from football. I just had a football tournament. But as I get back and I had a quick lunch, I had some pasta with zucchini, I see that Everton have equalized against Arsenal. And from what I saw little bits on the way back of the game, and Arsenal did dominate in the first half, right? Trossard scored the opener. But since then, you guys, Everton have equalized. So you never know what could happen in this one. You never know what could happen. How's everybody doing, though? You guys think Everton could get some points from Arsenal today? What are we thinking, you guys? What are we thinking? I'm going to hydrate a bunch, too, because I was just running. Yeah, the Monkey Crew, decent. We got to the final, but then we lost in the final. But the other team was much more technical than us. How's everybody? Yo, Joseph is in the building. How's everybody doing? Garvit, Odin, Ultimate Football's in the house too. What's good? Yeah, guys, it's 1-1 right now in the game. 1-1. What do you? How do you guys think it's gonna end? After your birthday, yes. Garvit, how was your birthday? Marnus! What's good, Susan? How's it going? What's up, Garbis? In the building as well. Everton really didn't have a lot of time to rest. I mean, Arsenal also have a big game on Tuesday. Guys, we'll be live for that one as well. On Tuesday night, Arsenal against Real Madrid. 2-1, you think it's going to end? No way. Come on, Everton, says Samin. It's weird supporting Everton as Liverpool fans. Yeah, but I think everybody, that's what everybody thinks could happen. That's what I think. Oh, let me just move this. Big up the Vicar, who's been a community support member for 4 months, who says, hi Leo, I don't know whether I'm cheering Everton or not. You gotta, just because if it helps us for Arsenal to drop points, I think it's a good thing, no? How could that not be a good thing? You know what I'm saying? How could it not be a good thing? Norwegian LFC supporters in the building, was good. But yeah, you guys, this was just going to be a quick, spontaneous live because I could catch the end of the game with you guys. And who knows, maybe Arsenal will drop points. Who knows? I don't want them to catch up in the Premier League. Please, Everton beat Arsenal, says Golam. Oh, Zem, I love that. Oh, it's got foul there.
Substitution coming off at this time, number 4, Ben White, is replacement number 12, Urian Timber.
Oh, I thought Timber was injured. Oh no, he's not then, because Timber just came on. Will X Edits has been a community support member for 12 months. What's good, brother? For a whole year, you absolute OG. Thank you for the support. Fesh Giraffins in the building too. And Alex LFC, nice to see you in the building, who says, hey Leo, how's your day going? It's going well. It's going well. I had football this morning, so that's always a blessing. And no, Isaac, but tomorrow there will be a double live, okay? Tomorrow, obviously, we'll be live for the Liverpool Fulham game, but then also for the Manchester Derby, so look out for that, you guys. Alex LFC, I love your profile pic, by the way, of Stevie G, on the back of Stevie G. It's beautiful. Michael says, Arsenal risking Saka. Well, this is a must-win game for Arsenal. It's a must-win game for Arsenal, you know, so it makes sense. And they brought on Bukayo Saka, by the way, in the 46th minute. So Arsenal, Arteta brought on Bukayo Saka pretty early on, right? Just at the beginning of for the second half, you know. But I get it. Like I said, like if Arsenal drop any more points, like the title truly is done. You know what I mean? In a way, and from their point of view, they just can't afford ever to drop points at this stage. You know what I mean? If Everton win, then all Liverpool would be happy. Exactly. That's why I know it feels odd, but trust me, we have to be supporting Everton today, because they're our rival in this title race. Do you think Saka will ever leave Arsenal? I feel like he's the guy not to. I don't know him well enough. I thought Trent was the guy to never leave Liverpool, and it looks like he's going to leave Liverpool. So it just shows in football you never know. Because for me, Trent, I always believed he would stay his whole career at Liverpool because of how good we've been in the era that he's been with us. You know what I mean? I'm here, Alan. Nice to see you in the building. I'm doing well. How are you? Cooper. Sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry. This is a super spontaneous live. I literally decided to do it because I got home in time to be able to watch the end of this game. And I saw the Everton equalized as well, which gives us all hope. You know what I mean? It's what? Yeah, it's the 63rd minute right now. And Arsenal have a dangerous free kick. It looks like it's going to be Bukayo Saka who's going to take it. Or is it going to be Declan Rice? Let's see. It's going to be Declan Rice. Oh, good save from Pickford. I think Pickford has been the player of the season, no? As well. For Everton. From what I've heard, I think he's Everton's player of the season. Big up, Abs. Come on, you Reds. Thank you for the support. Who says you ready for tomorrow's game? Come on, you Reds. I am more than ready. I am so hyped for tomorrow's game. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Top Football Edits. Nice to see you in the building as well. Garvit. Spaghetti Chiesa. Garvit changes username. Legend. First stream. Oh, just a child talking. Welcome in the building for the good vibes. I hope you're doing well. So Garvit says, Leo, honestly, I'm not sure if Trent is leaving. Once that news got out, a contract should have been announced by now. Isn't that strange? Or maybe I'm just delusional. Unfortunately, I don't see how he's staying. I don't, because it's really reliable journalists that are reporting that. They wouldn't be putting their reputation on the line. And even so, with all the reports, if Trent was so sure he was staying, then he would come out and announce it. Because this is just no good for anyone. For the fans, for the club, for the player. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see a world where he stays, I gotta be honest. Obviously, it's my dream. I still hope and pray somehow, you know what I mean? But let's see. Joseph says, will you be live for United versus City tomorrow? Yes, I will be live after. I will be doing a double stream tomorrow. I can't wait, you guys. So we'll be there for both games. Naiko's in the building as well. What's good? Ultimate Football says, as much as I love and support my England national team and Saka and Rice, as much as I love these two players, I still want to see Arsenal lose because of the Arsenal fans are annoying, says Ultimate Football. Unknown Prussian says, Leo, thoughts on Mats Hummels retiring? Yeah, I feel like he could have played longer. Like, I feel like he could have gone to the MLS or Saudi Arabia for a paycheck, but fair play to him if he just wants to retire and you know, find the next chapter in his life. You know, you have to respect obviously that. I just feel like he could still play at a high level. You know, when you see that it was just last season that he started in a Champions League final for Dortmund. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And Joseph, you were asking about Kevin De Bruyne, bro. Like, he's one of the City players. Like, obviously, no Liverpool fans likes City. We don't like City. You know, I like James. I don't like City. But Kevin De Bruyne was one of them players, even though he brought us so much pain over the years, because I do think he was that good that he was the difference in City winning Premier League titles over us. You know, those seasons where we lost by 1 point, Kevin De Bruyne was probably if not the biggest difference maker, you know? So obviously he's caused us pain, but I couldn't hate him. Like, he always spoke with respect about Liverpool. He was always, like, had so much class on the pitch. And then as a footballer, if I remove my Liverpool, like, bias aside, for me, he's in the top 2 best midfielders the Premier League's ever seen. That's just me, at least. I put Stevie G and then I put Kevin De Bruyne, genuinely. And that's because he's just done things time and time again that I've never seen before in terms of passing of the ball. And he did it for, he's been in the league now for that long and he's won that many titles that for me he has to be in the top two. And that's saying something, because I was looking at lists yesterday and you're talking about the likes of, I mean, there's so many top players, top midfielders that have played in the Premier League. Lampard, Scholes, Fabregas, Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, N'Golo Kante. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. Yaya Toure, David Silva. I guess if you count him as a midfielder, he could kind of play in so many different attacking areas. But for me, I have to say top two. I really do, and I have to put Stevie at the top. Joseph, because, and they say it themselves, Paul Scholes and Lampard, who played, or at least Paul Scholes said it himself, who played in his era, and he was obviously world-class, Paul Scholes was. He said no one could do what Stevie could do. And what I mean by that is you could play him anywhere on the pitch, anywhere, and he would be world-class. Because he was so all around. Like he could tackle, he could score goals, he could position himself in the best ways. Could he pass? Like, he had it all. There is no weakness to his game, and he carried Liverpool on his shoulders for God knows how long. So for me, I have to put him at the top. I have to, and that's based off of what other rival players said when they played in his era. You know what I mean? That there's just never been someone like this who just does everything, and clutch as well. Remember, the big games, he was always there. But yeah, it's obviously so hard to say like a top 3, top 5 in the Premier League because there's been so many legendary midfielders. But for me, that's how special I think KDB is and was. Henry, I wish Kelleher would stay, but he's definitely going to leave. The fact that Mamardashvili's coming in, for me, it's just, I don't see how he doesn't, I don't see how he stays. Because Alisson looks like he wants to stay as well, and he's still performing at the highest level. You know what I mean? Elena's in the building. What's good? Nah, don't be sorry for the delay. This was a super spontaneous live. I was just saying I was at football, so I got back in time, but yeah. We just decided to do this like that.
Arsenal substitution coming up at this time. Number 20, Jorginho, his replacement, number 8, Martin Odegaard.
Leo, are you playing football in a club? No, Feshdruff, and it's just like a five-a-side, basically, like indoors. And it's just like one-time games, But I know the guys and we play together. Nah, I think Tarkovsky should have been sent off. No. I'm not happy he didn't get sent off. Arsenal fan in the building, Azam, I'm sorry, because we're hoping Arsenal drop points today. So I'm sorry about that. Imagine if this ends 1-1, then we win tomorrow, we would be 14 points clear. Oh my god, it's insane how good we've been in Slot's first season. It's crazy. I'm so happy because I'm seeing Minecraft movie today here in Brazil. Ooh, nice. I'm doing well. It's super sunny here, which is kind of... Well, it hasn't been rare this week. I don't know if it's the same for you guys in the UK. Obviously, in Brazil, you have the good life with weather, but has it been really nice this week? Because in France, it's been like sunny the whole week and it feels like it's summer, which is so incredible because it wasn't that way before. What's good? Spam's in the building. How many games? A verified YouTuber. Let me have a look. I should be able to get that info somewhere. Let me have a look. Damn. Did you guys think it was a penalty, by the way? Guys, because that looks soft. Jack Harrison. Look, it's Miles Lewis Skelly. And Jack Harrison, I gotta be honest, guys. I don't think that's not a pen for me. I'm saying this as a Liverpool fan. Guys, what did you... Look at the replay. The ball is whipped in, and it's Miles Lewis Skelly who drags... Well, barely even drags down Jack Harrison. And that's what was given for the penalty. But I guess it's dumb to take that kind of risk. Maybe it's dumb to take that risk in the box. But to me, that's super soft. I gotta be honest. It looks soft to me. If that was against us, let me just say I would be fuming. Let me just say I'd be fuming. My mom didn't like me talking to you when I'm... Oh, I'm sorry, Jack the Sigma. I'm sorry to hear that. It's the whole week. Germany hot. It's kind of hot in Saudi Arabia. Damn, you're in Saudi Arabia? Today's not sunny here? It's cold. What? That's crazy. In Brazil? That's crazy. Leo, 37 degrees Celsius here. Feels like 50. So hot. I can't wait for winter. Wait, Samin, where are you where it's 37? That's crazy. Joseph says it's really nice and hot in the UK, which makes a change because it's always crap here. Yeah, I bet. You gotta enjoy even more when you're in the UK because I know how rare it is. It's hot in Bangladesh. If Virgil and Salah stayed, would you be happy if we didn't sign anyone? Nah, Anfield. We need... Even if... Obviously, the best news would be if Virg and Salah stayed. But nah. We have to make major summer signings. And I don't doubt that we will. We will, 100%. Because a lot of players will be leaving. But trust me, if we don't improve our team in the summer... And we have others like Arsenal will 1000% sign a top striker in the summer. City will spend big. Other clubs will improve. If we stay stagnant with our team, it's you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. We know with the competitiveness of the Premier League. Are you watching any other sports than football? Festdraffen? Not really, actually. I love to watch documentary on sports, so I'll watch like F1 documentary or different documentaries. Like I was watching, I love to watch NBA highlights, stuff like that, you know. But watching, yeah, I don't watch too much outside of football, I gotta be honest. In Ireland, it's raining. As an Arsenal fan, but you guys have been doing really good this season. Big up, Jose. Big up. Respectful people in the building. Ashwini says, Leo, are you doing a double watch along tomorrow? Yes, Ashwini. For the Liverpool Fulham game first, and then after we'll have the Manchester Derby. So, United City. Texan Bulldog says, dude, Texas is just humid and hot after football practice. Yesterday, it just looked like I had taken a shower. That's good, though. To sweat like that, I think is good. I was sweating so much today, too. And it just, like, I feel so relaxed now. Like, it's so... I think it's great to have workouts like that. Oh, Everton... Oh, Leo, tomorrow I'm going to the match. It'll be my 100th Liverpool match I've ever been to. Cooper, that's insane. Are you kidding? I'm in the US today, so there's a big college basketball game. Ooh. I mean, Sweat, it would be great news about the Salah contract, but for me, it's not that reliable of a source, so I'm not going to celebrate anything until I hear a real reliable source. Oh, Arsenal's in. Trossard. Oh my god, what a save from Pickford. But it was a... Bro, this is why Pickford is their player of the season. But anyways, the goal wouldn't have counted. It was a great ball over the top, though. Look, because I think he dragged down the defender. Look at that save from Pickford, though. Bro... On the replay, it looks even more incredible, the save. Wow. To get a strong enough of a hand for it to go over the bar after? Bro, Pickford's shot stopping is incredible. He might not be the best with his feet, but jeez. His shot stopping. Only... French Fry says, only time I'm praying for Everton to play well. Can't believe we're supporting Everton. I know, right? Wait, let me see if we win tomorrow, let me check. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. So the question is, if Arsenal draw today and we win tomorrow, how many more points do we need to seal it? Incredible. Everything was beautiful. The costume, the sets, everything. And they act, sing, and dance very well. I love shows like that. I love shows like that. I'm glad you loved it that much. Tomorrow there's a Legends El Clasico in Mumbai. Does that mean like the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, Casillas, are they all gonna be there? Like they came over for the game? Uh-oh, Arsenal in the box. It was out of bounds. It's gonna be a goal kick. The GOAT says we're betraying Liverpool, but let's pretend it never happened. Nah, it's okay. Only 8? No, how many more points would we need? Because as things stand right now, you guys, we have 73 points. They have 62. And they've played one more game than us. So with a win, we'd go 14 points clear tomorrow. James, I agree 1,000%. But I still place KDB as the second best, which says a lot. That's how good he was, you know? All legends of both clubs. That's sick. But you're not able to go to the game, are you, Ashwini? Is it during the time? That Kopai, yeah, might be watching the game. Strike 50, he's probably at the game. Do you see this kid? Now this is the best musical I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Gande says, I'm a Liverpool fan, but come on, you toffees. And now Everton have a free kick. If there's a moment for Everton to score, I think it would be from a set piece like this. 100%. Leo, if there was one player Liverpool could pick up this winter or summer, who would it be? One player? God, that's a good question. Honestly, maybe Lamine Yamal. If we're not being realistic, I'll put it like this. If we're not being realistic, I'll say Lamine Yamal because of his age and the fact he could be with us for a very, very long time. And we could move Salah down the middle to play like as a striker and play Yamal on the right. But if you're asking me to be a bit more realistic, because that will never happen, then Isaac or Alvarez. Yeah, Elena says Julian Alvarez. Yeah, honestly, he'd be incredible for us. And he fits the mold, I think he really does. Yeah, James. But this game right now, the intensity is real slow. So I'm watching it, but half watching it because look, right now Arsenal just passing it around and not much is happening. So if it's just to watch bits of possession like this, then I'm glad I'm with you guys in the building and we could just talk footy, talk life, you know? Even talk about Wicked. One player we take in the summer, whenever I'm taking Salah renewing a contract. That's what we all want. Mies, really? I think Julian Alvarez, even if he did play for City, it's not like he's a City legend. You know what I mean? He was never like an out-and-out starting player for City. So, yeah, I don't think Alvarez wouldn't join Liverpool just because of his Man City past. I think it's more so Atletico Madrid definitely don't want to sell him. And because they just signed him, they're not going to be forced to sell him. So they could probably ask for an absurd fee because of how good he is, you know? So I think that would be the bigger issue in making it happen. And same thing with Isak, honestly. Newcastle are in no hurry to sell. So if they sell, it seems like minimum they're gonna ask for 150 million, which is just absurd, you know. But that's the reality. Ronaldinho, Puyol, that's crazy. Good luck on your exam tomorrow. Leo, would you rather take Isak or Alvarez? That's so tough. That's so tough. Because if Isak wasn't injury prone or didn't have like the past like few injuries, then I think I would, without a shadow of a doubt, say Isak. But what I love about Alvarez is it seems like he's just always available. He's a pressing monster. He's a goal scorer. He clearly steps up in big games. It's really tough, honestly. Like, I don't even know if I can pick that. I really don't know. That's how elite I think they both are. How do you feel about Milos Kerkez? I hope we really sign him. I hope we really sign him. Nah, but James, you're right. That's one of the hardest things about doing watch-alongs for games. It's like to obviously chat and be with you guys in the building because there's so much joy in that. But then at the same time, know what's going on in the game. It's hard, you know, because it's like you're on two things at the same time. But it's also the beauty. But yeah, right now this game is just like low intensity from both sides, and you can hear it from the atmosphere. Listen to the atmosphere. There's Pickford with another save. Yeah, it's true. It's true about Alvarez. The only thing is, I don't really care for a versatile attacker. I kind of just want an out-and-out striker who's just a monster, like a killer. You know, that's what I want. I don't care if they're versatile. We just need goals. The problem is today, we're just so dependent on Mohamed Salah. Like, right in the past, we had Sadio Mane, we had Bobby Firmino. They would step up, and we didn't need to just be dependent on one man. But now, it feels like we are. Because think about the PSG game. The PSG games and the Newcastle game are 2 to 3 games where Mo didn't perform, and all of a sudden we can't score. All of a sudden, all the blame is put on him. But that's not fair. Like, we can't expect our entire attacking output to come from him. It not only is it not fair, but it's also makes it too easy for opponents, because then they can just double man mark Mo, and then it's sorted for them. You know what I mean? So that's what we need. We need to bring in a killer goal scorer, like Mohamed Salah is a killer goal scorer. Oh my god, strike 50, that would be crazy. That Sobo's statue, yeah. But Elena, it was a prank. It was a prank, but it's such a good prank because in the moment, Soboslai didn't know that it was like a joke, and it was T-Mobile that made that statue. But his reaction is so good. Isak will start and Alvarez will come on. Pfft, you think we could bring in both? Are you crazy? Nah. Both players would be stars for Liverpool if they came in. Yo, Barca vibes. Nice to see you in the building. How are you feeling about your matchups against Dortmund in the Champions League? Ashwini, I think Man United is gonna win. Nah, I don't know. And what I love about the Manchester derbies now is we don't know who's gonna win. I feel like because City haven't been that good this season and they're playing at Old Trafford, and it seems like United this season will like lose against the lower. I'm not gonna say just the lower place teams, and then like perform really well against teams they wouldn't expect to. You know, so I honestly would not be shocked if United won tomorrow. Genuinely. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I think makes it exciting. You know what I mean? I really think that's what makes it exciting. Abzinho, because we're not offering him a new contract. I get it. If you look at the wages, the wage structure at Liverpool, Lucho is on 55,000 a week, bro. Like that's really not fair for a player who's a starter, you know, who's been a starter for almost all this season. So, according to Fabrizio Romano and other sources, we haven't offered Lucho a new contract. We haven't offered him a new contract. And so if I'm him and there's clubs interested, I honestly get it. You know, you want to be like, you're in your prime of your career, you have to make the most of it financially. You have to as well. And if we're not willing to offer him a long-term contract, it shows that maybe we don't rate him as highly as some other players. I don't know. You know? When we talk about Lucho. And Barca vibes, by the way, Barca is one of the clubs that seems to have been interested in Lucho for a long, long time. So they're one of the clubs that are going to be pushing for him. If Old Trafford will bring on the best atmosphere, then will happen, then what I said will happen. Let's see. Barca Vibe says, feel pretty scared, but in the same time, we beat them in the group stage, so we'll probably have the advantage. Yeah, and they haven't been that consistent this season, but in the Champions League, they seem to rise, you know? Mies says Luis Diaz deserves more. It's crazy. Dries blocks. I think it's going to be a Barca or a Real Madrid player that wins the Ballon d'Or. A Barca or a Real Madrid player. So my guess is it's going to be either Rafinha or Mbappe. As things stand between those two. And then it just depends who's going to win the Champions League, who's going to win La Liga. If a team gets the double of that, which is possible, obviously, then for sure it's going to be a player from... Because, you know, we say it's an individual award, this and that, but you have to have team success to win the Ballon d'Or. You know, you have to. So that's the thing that people, like, misjudge about the Ballon d'Or. Tommy, what's good? Just joined Everton. Hopefully Everton could keep it up. I think so. I think so. Pedri can win it too. He's playing like a king this season, true. He's gone under the radar probably because the wingers of Barca are so pleasing to watch, and Yamal, and well, especially Yamal, but then Rafinha has just like been scoring and assisting so much. But you're right, Pedri has been insane. Hey Sean Boy, greetings from Singapore. Big up. Nice to see you in the building. Who do you think will get top 5 Champions League spots? So Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle. And who's going to be... And Forest. So I think probably the 3 teams right now that we know is going to get Champions League. Let's be real. Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest. And I think the other 2 will be City and Newcastle. That's my prediction. His reaction, that prank was lit. Now I want to see the new statue. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I knew 4 minutes of additional time, by the way, you guys. 4 minutes of additional time. But I'm trying to figure out... Guys, let me try to tell you the exact... how many more points we'd need. How many more? Still the same? Let me have a look. I'm trying to... Maybe it doesn't change that drastically. I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Jai, what's good? Muller's leaving. I know. Some legends. De Bruyne's not going to be playing at the highest level either. So it's going to be a lot of changes. Come on, we need Everton. Yeah, guys, now we're just a minute away, basically, from Arsenal dropping even more points. But like I said, I think for Arsenal, This was a must win game in terms of having any last moments of belief that it could be possible to still be in this title race. But I after this, how could any of the Arsenal, even the most deluded Arsenal fans, have any kind of hope or expectation that it's still possible? I don't know. I don't want to be. You guys know I don't want to be cocky or get ahead of myself, but it's just one of them things where I don't think it's a game where Arsenal can really afford to drop points, you know? And it's a game where they had the possibility to tell us, look, we're winning our games, and it puts a bit of pressure on us where it's like we kind of got to win our games too, you know, because Arsenal could be saying basically, look, we don't drop points, you know, but the reality is they keep on dropping points, you know, so let's be real about that. Yeah, so guys, we're still on 73 points. Obviously, we haven't played today yet. And Arsenal are in 62. So if we win tomorrow, we have a chance to go 14 points clear, I believe, right? 14 points? Yeah, 14 points. Because we'd be on 76. They'd be on 62. Crazy. Crazy. There we go, guys. GG's. Full-time whistle was blown. Full-time. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Is it a fight? Wait, what's going on? Wait, what's happening? Bro. GG's. GG's. Guys, guys, guys. Guys, guys, guys. Listen to that full-time whistle. Listen to that full-time whistle. Joseph says, on my PL predictions video, I said 1-1. Well done, Joseph. Daily Aura is in the building too. Guys, I want everybody spamming those W's in the building. Spamming those W's in the building. This is crazy. Guys, everybody's spamming those W's right now. Yeah, Ozem, I gotta be honest. If and this is how you guys know I'm not. I really try to put bias aside for certain things. If that penalty decision went against us, Liverpool, I would be absolutely fuming. I think it was so soft. So soft. So I can understand Arsenal fans that are not happy about that one. I gotta be real with it. I gotta be real. But thank you, Everton, honestly. Thank you, Everton, for that. You know? Look at this, guys. This is the graphic I made. Slot with Arteta. Slot with Arteta. My brother. My brother. As we go. Yeah, look. So we played 30 games. Wow, our goal difference as well. Guys, our goal difference is 43. They have a goal difference of 30. We're on 73 points. They're on 62. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy, bro. If... Wait. Liverpool are only 4 wins away. Okay, so I now require to claim a record equaling 20th championship from our final 8 games. I love how Everton just helped us get a little bit closer to that Premier League title. So now, guys, we have to get 11 points from our last 8 league games. We got this. Come on, you Reds. Yeah, so guys, we require 11 points from our final 8 games to claim a record equaling 20th championship. Crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Honestly, how could you not love being in a title race with Arsenal, guys? How could you not love being in a title race with Arsenal? Yeah, Amar. No, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna. Honestly, we love Everton chain. Yeah, guys, I want W Arsenal in the building. W Everton in the building. Oh gosh. Everton fans are not going to be happy about the fact that that we're buzzing about the results. They're not going to be happy, but we take it. We take it, baby. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. We do not love Everton. I'm not saying we love Everton. I'm saying we love that Everton result. There's a difference. Do you think we'll sign Osimhen? Nah, definitely not. He's not the type of signing we'd go for. I think there's a much bigger chance we go for Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt, the French striker. I think much bigger chance. He looks like the type of signing that we make. It was Marmoush would have been perfect, bro. That's like looking now, especially the way you can see that he's already performing in the Premier League. I know that's how many of us feel, that he would have been the dream signing, but it is what it is. I don't think we could do it in that moment in time, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he's a special player. You can tell already. '20th. That's 2 points drop nearly over now, says Joey. Everton really helped us build. Who do you want to get, Salah or Van? Oh, I can't choose that, guys. Are you joking? Bye, Ashwini. I'll see you tomorrow. 3 game. It's more than 3. I think we need 11 points. So technically 4. That's technically speaking. You know what I mean? But looking at this now, come on, you guys can't tell me that Arsenal are going to be dropping more points. They will be dropping more points. You know? I mean, they have to come to freaking Anfield. You know what I mean? But it could be done before then. It really could be. How many matches do we need to win? I'm in the building. So, Nati, we still technically need to win 4 because the exact amount of points we need is 11, right? 11. So that's like 3 wins and 2 draws. But obviously, yeah, so 4 wins will do it. Just posted on. Love it. It would be my first time seeing us win the Prem. I'm so hyped. Oh my god, Joseph. It's crazy. Crazy, man. And just this morning, I woke up thinking about the Premier League. Leo, today here in Sao Paulo, it was my favorite K-pop group show. I'm not going. Oh, because it was so hard to get tickets. You will see our Real Madrid form against. You will see our real form against Madrid. Well, Jen, I'm going to be doing a live stream for that, so I'm excited for it. Delior says boring Premier League title race. If it was Man City or Chelsea running away with it, they wouldn't be saying that, but I would. I mean, I think it's okay to say it's not the most exhilarating Premier League title race. Does that mean it'll mean less to us? I don't think so. Like, when you see what the potential parade scenes will look like come the 26th of May, which should be the date, guys, it's going to be wild. So, yes, I think it's a fact to say it's a more boring Premier League title race, no doubt about it. You know, in terms of, it's not like every single week, it's like both teams are winning. Remember, like when we'd go head to head with City. Here it feels like every week Arsenal drop points, you know what I mean? But we take it. Like, it doesn't mean that it'll feel less special the when the moment comes when we could celebrate it, you know? That's all I gotta say. MD Adnan, big up, who says can't wait for Caicedo and Lavia guard of honor. Oh my lord. Oh my, it would be the first Dutch captain to lift the Premier League as well. Pff, bro, it would be crazy. Big up Leba. Thank you for the support. By when do you think it could be 4 games? It could be 4 games, bro. But maybe less. Because, like I said, technically speaking, 4 wins is what we need. But it could be less because look at how Arsenal keep on dropping points, you know? And they're also going to be so focused on the Champions League that I would not be surprised if just their perspective and their focus shifts completely to the Champions League. You know, even though, boy, would it be difficult for them to get anything out of the Champions League. Let's be real. Hi, You'll Never Walk Alone. I love your name. Did you know yesterday was Harvey Elliott's birthday? Yes, I did see it posted somewhere. I did see. So he turned 22, I think, right? Canon Media says that penalty was soft. Yeah, I was saying it. I was saying it. If that went against Liverpool, I'd be fuming. For me, that's not that's so soft that anywhere else on the pitch, would I give that as a foul if I was a ref? Not really. You know, because then you just have to stop. Like, it's still a physical game. You know, if any bit of contact is a foul, then I feel like you can't even really touch players anymore. So then it's a different game that we're playing. So yeah, I don't know. I feel for you guys in that sense, but the most important for you is that the big decisions like that don't go against you in a game like Real Madrid on Tuesday. That's the most important game for you guys now. You know what I mean? No chance they're winning against Real, but football's like that sometimes. Nah, bro, in football, you never know. I think Arsenal will park the bus and hope to score on the counter with a Bukayo Saka or something, and you never know in football, genuinely. You really never know. SM goated, he's one of the goats of the Premier League. So I think for us, it's good news that he won't terrorize the Premier League anymore because they've been one of our main rivals and they'll continue to be, you know. But yeah, penalty soft, but we've had some decisions. But we've had some decisions too. Arsenal could win against Real. You never know. Sonny, big up. Thank you for the super chat who says it's over. I can't have any doubts anymore. Number 20 is coming to Anfield. I mean, it's getting so freaking close, that's for sure. Liverpool Lord, hi to you. Big up in the building. Do you think that Mo can win the Ballon d'Or? No, I don't. I don't think so. And I know it's so harsh because we're talking about a few games, but I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible because mainly because of the fact that, like I told you guys, I just think it's going to be a Barca or Real player, and it'll all depend on the Champions League and La Liga races. That's just what I think, unfortunately. Sorry. Jota? What do you mean? Questionable 11 LSC, nice to see you. Do you mean Jota? Are you talking about Jota? I think we'll sign 3 to 4 players. You'll never walk alone. Striker, left back, center back, and another attacker. 4 players. 3 to 4. Do you think Isak will join Liverpool? No. No. And I say that because, like I was saying before, my personal prediction, and I really feel confident about it, I think Newcastle will finish top 5, which would get them Champions League. If Newcastle get Champions League football, I think they'll be able to convince Isak to stay, but then also they're not going to want to lose him at any price because they'll want to do as well as possible in the Champions League. So I think the only way to get him would be something like £150 million. And would we spend that much on one player? I definitely don't think so. Just because when you think about it in a smart way, there's so many different ways that we can invest that money. And to put it all on one player is risky. It really is risky. You know what I mean? Salah definitely has a chance. I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I don't know. Because of how important the Champions League is. It's the competition that is probably watched the most globally. You know? Tickets were so expensive. Yeah, those type of... I think there's a bigger chance Alvarez joins Liverpool than Isak. Genuinely. I think there's a bigger chance Alvarez does. I really think that. That's crazy. Guys, we need 11 points from 8 league games. That's not that hard. 11 points from 11 league. Sorry. 11 points from 8 league games. That's crazy when you put it that way. Sonny, thank you again for the super chat. Who says, I have to say personally, I don't think Frimpong is the right option for us to sign. He's more of a winger and a wing back than a right back. I think you might be right. Sonny, I think you might be right, but the thing is, it all kind of depends. It all kind of depends on what Slot's view of that right back position will be for the future. You know what I mean? So I think it's hard for us to really tell, but I agree with you that he seems to want fullbacks that defend first and foremost and then can do the attacking side of things. And I think that is different to Klopp. I think Klopp in our prime years, you know how Robbo and Trent would overlap. You know how they would cross from wide areas, get all those assists. I think that's one of the big differences in the systems. I think he's going to look for a fullback, of course, who can be good going forward, but first and foremost will have to be solid defensively. And I agree that's not Frimpong's biggest strength, you know? The only thing that could be great about Frimpong, though, Sonny, is that he is versatile. Like you said, he can basically play, right wing potentially. So maybe that's something that we think about where he is someone that, like, in games where we're going to have a lot more of the ball, he would start a Frimpong. In the games where we have to defend more, he starts a Connor Bradley, who's really solid defensively, you know? So maybe he could be thinking about in that sense where he has two right backs who are quite different, who can offer him different qualities and attributes depending on who the opponent is. I could see that being a possibility too, but yeah, I see what you're saying though. Guys, I can't believe we're that freaking close. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy when you think about it. Yeah, Nati. KDB is an all-timer. Who do you think we're going to sign as center back? Jorel Hato, I think could be one option. But honestly, it could be, I'm telling you guys, it could be one of the biggest summers ever, honestly. Because even someone like Jarell Kwanzaa, the club doesn't want to sell him, right? But Newcastle really seem interested. And if Kwanzaa puts pressure for the move because Newcastle, for example, promise him that he can be a starting center back for them, and he's obviously third or fourth choice for Liverpool, I could see that happening, for example. And then we need to go out and get another center back. So I think it's going to be the craziest summer we've seen. And one of the reasons I really think that is because of the change in structure where now Slot is brutal with it. You know how he is. He seems to trust only a few players in the team truly, you know what I mean, in the big games. And and uh and our scouting department are going to be really confident. I think if we let go of a player who's not a starter, that we'll be able to replace him in a smart way in the market, you know? So I think it's going to be a crazy, crazy summer. How many matches do we have left? 9 league games. No, 8. Sorry, what am I saying? 8. We've played 30. So yeah, what we need is 11 points from our last 8 league games. Those are the exact stats. 11 points. AFTV is going to be absolute cinema tonight. We're going to be locked into AFTV. Oh my god. A guard of honor would actually raise my dopamine levels. Are you going to the parade if we win? Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to organize that right now actually. But hotels are so expensive. If we win the league, can Salah still win the Ballon d'Or? He can, but it's just unlikely. Like I was saying before, I think it's very unlikely at this stage. Do you think Liverpool will be in the Champions League if they... Nah, I don't believe those stories. Definitely not. Definitely not. Leo, I want us to sign a top proven left winger to properly sign a Mane replacement. But Samin, the problem with what you're saying then is Cody Gakpo, who's improved a lot this season, who's shown, you know, what he can do on the left wing. If we sign a starting left winger, I'm not so sure Cody Gakpo would be happy to just be a backup on the bench in the big games. That's the thing. You know, so I don't think that's the priority. I think the priority is going to be for us to sign a top starting striker 100% because Darwin's going to leave. Upcoming matches, Daily Aura, all we have our eyes on now is Fulham tomorrow. 2 p.m. UK time kickoff. Hand the trophy. Sneak calls, I love all chats when we're in the position we're in. I mean, even if we were in our position. Can't wait for next season's Adidas kit. They look... I'm excited for a new era as well. But we need to have a big summer. We need to have a big summer. And I can't wait to see what we do once the market opens. Should we try out Salah's striker, Chiesa at right wing, and Gakpo at left wing? I would like that, honestly. I would like that. Think about how Ronaldo played as a winger for so much of his career, and when his pace slowed down and his 1v1 capabilities slowed down, he moved down the middle. Remember, at the years he was at Juve, etc., he was scoring so many goals down the middle. Why? Because he's just... Goal scoring is his specialty, you know. And I would say Salah is similar, where yes, he's a winger, and yes, he beats players 1v1, etc. But I think his greatest asset are his goal contributions, you know, which is the hardest thing to do in football. You know, people can criticize however they, you know, whatever they want to say about, you know, who's the most pleasing footballer to watch, this and that. But if you ask any professional footballer, making a difference in the final third in that way to change games, that's the hardest thing. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing it if it was easy, or if you know what I'm saying. Will you stream? Yes, Darvan. I'll be live for the Manchester Derby tomorrow too. I will be. Salah's we just it should. I think it just needs to be Salah in dangerous areas, because you get him in dangerous areas and he will step up for you. That's for sure. That is for sure. Benjamin Sesko would be the perfect fit, says Liverpool. I don't know. Has he? Samin, I don't know though, because I've seen a few moments from Robbie on AFTV where he's really said like Liverpool deserve the title. So I don't know. You'll never walk alone. I don't know, honestly. Too many names being thrown around. I couldn't guess one. Alu, I think traitor is too big of a word for Trent for sure, because leaving him on a free isn't his fault. That's more the club's fault. And I would say too, with Trent, he has given us everything, and he's such a legend of the club, and he's at a stage where he wants a new challenge. And traitor, I think, is too big of a word, for me at least. It's too big of a word. The only thing I would say is, and it's what I was telling you guys before, I'm just simply disappointed, and I won't view him in the same way. I don't think his legacy will be viewed the same. It just won't, you know. But once all the emotions go away, and I know some are already saying this, but like, there's no doubt that he is a legend of the club, and there's no doubt that he's given us so much. And remember, we never even paid a fee for him. So the whole thing about him leaving on a free and this and that, I think it's pushed too much. But I think it's so fair to say we're just disappointed, and we won't view him the same way. That's the way I see it. Nah, Woodkey, for me, he is a legend level. I know it feels impossible to say it now, but if I bring emotion aside, you can't say that he's not a legend level. He was so instrumental when we won the title. If you look back to a lot of the games in the year when we won the title, guys, he was so crucial in that team. He was an X factor. And then the Champions League, I mean, yeah, not much needs to be said about that, you know. So that's crazy. Exactly, Samin. That's why we're going to bring in attackers this summer. We can't be that dependent on Mohamed Salah. It's not fair. It's really not fair. Yune, nah. But I think a movie. I gotta see. But yeah, you guys, I think that's gonna be it for. I'm gonna prep some videos. A video on Slot talking about what Owen said, which I think will be great for a video. But yeah, you guys, that's gonna be it for this. Was more of a quick, spontaneous one, and look, in the end, it was worth it too, because Arsenal did actually drop 2 points, you know, and we did take one step closer to the title. So it did actually make a difference in terms of potentially in our season, you know, even though it's completely in our hands, obviously, but still. So yeah, you guys, I will see you tomorrow for Liverpool match day. Fulham against Liverpool, and then like I told you, there'll be a double. We'll be doing a double stream after the Manchester. After we'll go straight to the Manchester derby. So big up everybody in the building. Thank you as always for supporting and being here and everything. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm gonna spend some time in the sun too, because like I said, it's rare and it's so sunny today. But yeah, you guys, all the best. Have a beautiful rest of your day.